Good morning, children. Today we'll discuss about antennas. Let us go with the presentation. Now, let us see the definitions of antennas. So, the basic definition of antenna is a metallic device in the form of either wire or rod, which is used for radiating or receiving radio waves. An antenna serves as a structure providing a transition between a guiding device and free space, or a free space and the guiding device. So, according to the IEE standard definitions of terms of antennas, an antenna or aerial is a means for radiating or receiving radiation radio waves. So antenna means radiating or receiving radio waves. So as discussed in the previous session, antenna produces electromagnetic fields and these fields constitute an electromagnetic wave. Thus, antenna can be defined as source or radiator of electromagnetic waves. An antenna can be used to sense an electromagnetic wave. Hence, it can be defined as sensor of electromagnetic waves. An antenna can also be defined as a transducer, which converts radio frequency electrical current into an electromagnetic wave of the same frequency as that of an electric current. An antenna acts as a coupling device between a generator or transmitter and free space. In other words, an antenna is an impedance matching device between free space and transmission line. So these are the definitions of antennas. So basic antenna elements. Now let us see the basic antenna elements are alternating current element or Hessian dipole, short monopole, half wave dipole, quarter wave monopole. Let us see the alternating current element or which is Hessian dipole. So it is a basic short linear antenna. So it is assumed that current along the length of linear antenna is constant. If we consider the Hessian dipole, current along the length of the linear antenna is constant. Now let us see the short dipole. So it is a linear antenna with length less than lambda by 4. So its length is less than lambda by 4. So here the current distribution of short dipole is assumed to be triangular. So here the current along the length of the antenna is constant. Here it is assumed to be triangular. Now let us see the short monopole. So it is also a linear antenna. So all these are the linear antennas, and here short monopole, it is also the linear antenna with a length less than lambda by 8. So which is shorter than this short dipole. So with a current distribution assumed to be triangular. So half wave dipole. So it is also the linear antenna with length which is equal to the half of the lambda. So this antenna is generally a centrifuge and its current distribution is sinusoidal. So here the distribution of the current is sinusoidal and it is generally a centrifuge. So quarter wave monopole. So it is also the linear antenna with length which is equals to lambda by 4. So here if you consider the quarter wave monopole or short dipole, those lengths are which are here this is a less than lambda by 4 and this is equal to the lambda by 4. So such antenna is fed at one end with respect to the ground or earth with sinusoidal current distribution. So here these antennas fed with only one end with respect to the ground or earth with the sinusoidal current distribution. So these are all these are basic antenna elements which are linear antennas. And here now let us see the important properties of the antennas. So here, regardless of antennas of any kind, so properties listed below are the same for all of them. So whether they are used as either transmitting antenna or receiving antenna. So the properties of antenna are as follows here. So whenever we are receiving or when the signal is transmitting, so for all those things, so the properties are same here. So antenna has an identical impedance instead of being used for transmitting or receiving purposes. So the property is called equality of impedances. So antenna has the identical impedance. Thus, we can call it as the property of equality of impedances. So and if an antenna exhibits identical directional characteristics and patterns, whether it is used for transmitting or receiving purposes, already we have seen. Already we have here expressed here. So this whenever an antenna exhibits the identical directional characteristics and patterns, these property is known as equality of directional patterns. An antenna has same effective length instead of being used for transmitting or receiving purpose. So the property is called equality of effective length. So all the three properties mentioned above can be verified by using the reciprocity theorem for the antenna to be discussed later here. So we have the property of equality of impedances, equality of directional patterns, property of here equality of effective length. So these are the properties of the transmitting or receiving antennas. Now let us see the functions of antenna. So some of the important functions of the antennas are the listed below. So antenna acts as transducer. So it converts electrical energy into an electromagnetic energy at the transmitting end. So while it converts an electromagnetic energy back into the form of an electrical energy at the receiving end of the communication link. That means here antenna acts as transducer. So it converts electrical energy into the electromagnetic energy at the transmitting end. So that means whenever we are sending at the transmitting end, the electrical energy is converting into the electromagnetic energy. While it converts an electromagnetic energy back into the form of electrical energy at the receiving end. So if you observe at the particular receiving end, so here we have two process here. While you are sending the energy here, at the particular transmitting end, it converts electrical energy into the electromagnetic energy. While receiving energy, how it receives again, it converts electromagnetic energy back into the form of electrical energy at the receiving end of the communication link. So this is the function, and here antenna acts an impedance matching device. That means at the transmitting end, it matches the impedance between transmitter and free space, while at the receiving end, it matches the impedance between the free space and receiver. So here the impedance matching. That means whenever we are sending at a particular transmitting end, so here the impedance matches between the transmitter and free space, while receiving it matches the impedance between free space and the receiver. Hence, the antenna functions as a coupler between transmitter and free space and the receiver. It acts as a coupler. Now, the antenna functions as a device which can direct radiated energy's most desired direction, suppressing energy in undesired directions. That means here, antenna it functions as a device. How which it can direct radiated energy is the most desired direction. That means in which direction we want to send this energy. So here, in the particular desired directions, it will send, and it suppresses the energy in the in which the undesired directions here. So here antenna acts as a transitional structure. Here let us see here. So whenever if you want a particular direction to send the energy, so there it radiated the energy, and yeah, in the undesired directions, here it suppresses the energy. So antenna acts as transition structure at the region where transition between guided wave and the free space wave and vice versa. So antenna acts as a transitional structure at guided wave and free space and vice versa. So it functions as remote sensing temperature measuring device. Now let us see the types of antennas. So all these are the functions of antenna. Now let us see the types of antenna. So antenna can be used as transmitting antenna or receiving antenna. So it has directional properties. It is the most component of wireless communication system. So let us study different types of antennas we have. So some of the important antennas are wire antennas, traveling wire and traveling wave antennas, slots and aperture antennas, reflectors and lenses, integrated circuit type antennas. So the typical antennas are shown in the figures we have. So these are the different types of antennas we have. So the most commonly used antenna is a dipole antenna. So we will see in the figure. So it is made up of two straight wires or conductors laying along the same axis. So let us see. So here we have, this is a dipole antenna, and this is the loop. This is helical antenna, rhombic antenna, and this is the dielectric antenna. And here pyramidal horn, and this is the parabolic dish reflector. Here we can see this, these are the reflectors here, these two, and this is the radiating dipole, and this is the coaxial feed we can see from here. This is a microstrip patch antenna. So here we can adjust some microstrip patch antenna. This is coplanar strip horn. So let us see these properties. So most commonly used antenna, it is a dipole antenna. Already we have seen. So it is made up of two straight wires or conductors laying along the same axis. So the exciting source is kept at the center. So with the exciting source at the center, a symmetric dipole is produced. So in general, dipole antenna is excited by voltage obtained from a transmission line. So waveguide or directly from generator. So we can feed this one by using waveguide or directly from the generator. So the loop antenna also shown already, here we have seen loop antenna consists of single turn or many turns. So here we can see loops, single turn or many turns. So here we have two dipoles here. So consists of many turns of wire forming a loop. So it is generally excited by a generator directly. So field produced by a loop antenna is very much similar to that produced by a small dipole. Antenna with a wire in the form of helix backed by a ground plane is called helical antenna. So the helical antenna is shown. So all these three types of antennas mentioned above the are wire antennas which are extensively used in the aircrafts, ships, automobiles. So here we can see helical antenna, helical back. Okay, these are three which are wire antennas, and directly they are here we can see helix backed by the ground plane, which is called helical antenna. So helical antenna already we have seen. Now we will see the in the case of traveling wave antenna is designed in such a way that traveling wave in one direction is obtained. So velocity of this wave equals the velocity of light, and it exerts the waves in the space in the same direction strongly. Thus, the maximum directivity can be achieved. So here, if you consider the traveling wave antennas, these antennas digit in such a wave that traveling wave in one direction is obtained. So velocity of this wave equals the velocity of light, and it excites the waves in the space in the same direction strongly. So thus maximum directivity can be achieved here. So the rhombic antenna shown in the figure is a common example of the traveling wave antenna when only one half in which the traveling wave is guided. One half of the antenna is utilized. The antenna is called V antenna. The traveling wave antenna in which the traveling wave is guided by the dielectric is called dielectric antenna. In dielectric antenna, near cutoff, phase velocity equals to the velocity of light. The fields produced extend outside a dielectric guide. These outward fields excite the desired radiation in space. Such traveling wave antennas are useful for broadband signals. So here we will see rhombic antennas. So this is the rhombic antenna, or we can say it is V antenna. So these are traveling wave antennas. So in general, a field across an aperture excites radiation in space. So if an aperture is small, it must be resonant to excite large amount of power. But if an aperture is large, so here see, so aperture exerts the radiation in space. If an aperture is small, it must be resonant to exert large amount of power. But if an aperture is large, it need to be resonant. So the common example of aperture antenna with larger aperture is horn antenna. So the horn antenna is tapered at one end, which provides a transition between guiding system and the surroundings. It is also commonly known as electromagnetic horn. The aperture antenna is also useful for the broadband signals. So here this is hot antennas which is tapered at one end, and here we can observe the aperture when it is the aperture is small, so we can transmit the more energy when it is large. So here when the aperture is large, so aperture is large and it need to be resonant here. So for the microwave radiation, parabolic reflectors are most common used. So the parabolic reflector illustrated already in the figure based on the principle that electromagnetic waves are reflected by conducting sheet. So the dish of the parabolic reflector acts as a mirror, and it reflects the radiation from a dipole or horn placed at the focal point. Then exactly parallel beams are resulted. So this type of antenna is most suitable in the radars, communications, and astronomy, etc. Parabolic reflectors. Here see, we can see. So here we can see the coaxial feed. So these are the reflectors here, and this is the radiating dipole which acts as a mirror here. So here, the dish of the parabolic reflector acts as a mirror, and it reflects the radiation from the dipole or horn placed here. Dish. Now, so antenna to be used with microwave integrated circuit may be placed on the dielectric substrate. So which shows an integrated circuit type antenna in microstrip form. So in figure we have seen the horn type antenna used with an integrated circuit, as an antenna is placed on a dielectric substrate. The integrated circuit type antenna also called patch antennas. That means here we can integrated circuit we have microstrip patch antennas. So this is the coplanar strip horn here. These are the typical antennas, patch antennas we can say. So these are microwave integrated circuit may be placed on the dielectric substrate we are using. We are patch here. We are placed the microstrip here, dielectric substrate. So here, integrated circuit type antenna in the microstrip form. So shows the horn type antenna used with an integrated circuit. So here, as an antenna is placed on the dielectric substrate, the integrated circuit type antenna also called as patch antennas. We are here we are doing some like patch work. So these are the types of antennas. About antennas. Thank you, children.